right, and up here at the top left in the red is our player who is currently on a win streak. He is
FXO Lucky!
And now that I think of it, it makes a lot of sense for them not to send in another Protoss, actually, because Lucky is so good against Protoss, that would not be wise. But anyway, here's his opponent. Can he bring a new
ZeNEX
into his team's chances in this match?
The only thing that surprises me a little bit is that usually you don't go for the mirror matchup, because especially with CVZ and PvP, they are pretty fragile matchups still, and it's quite a problem for you if you usually try to get a map and a race situation where your player has an advantage, and life won't have an advantage in a CVZ against his opponent, so that's the only thing that throws me off just a tiny little bit. But on the other hand, they don't have this really deep lineup where they can rely on a lot of different races and very good players not to be lucky, so they have to send out live now.
I mean, because the only other players they have Extreme and they have Avenge that are okay, but those are both Protoss, and you can't send another Protoss against Lucky. He's just too good in ZVP. So, and their only Terrans they have are June and Cutter, and June is not very good, and Cutter I don't know anything about. So you kind of have to go with a Life who, again, is very, very good in ZVZ. So in this case, it happened to be the best choice of the available options, and looks like we're seeing pretty similar builds from these guys.
We have a little bit faster gas for Lucky, so his speed will be a couple of seconds faster. Nothing that is actually worth mentioning, because it probably won't accumulate anything. But, well, let's see what those two are up to. They are already scouting, and they both scouted into the correct direction right away, so they are aware of their opponent's starting position. And it's going to be...
Yeah, it looks like they're basically doing the same thing, but Lucky skipped one drone to get his pool out a little bit earlier, and so he's just a tiny bit ahead on everything. But he's actually going for a very quick Baneling Nest after speed. It's first 50 gas after speed, so Lucky is looking to be very aggressive here.
And we have Lucky on only 13 drones to 16. He has stopped drone production a bit earlier than his opponent, and his Baneling Nest is already halfway done, while Life is going for an expansion. He stopped gas mining. So let's see how he's going to defend against the Banelings of his opponent. We have him with the second queen being built, and that's pretty interesting because he needs the second queen in order to block the ramp if he wants to deny access to the main base. Not quite sure if that's working out with the timings. Speed is about to hit, more Zerglings are being built now. Banelings against no Banelings. He needs to block the ramp, and the queen won't be out for another couple of seconds.
Yeah, but those 2 seconds where he has speed and his opponent doesn't could make the difference. Is he going to take advantage of those seconds? He is going in right now. He's got a superior Zergling count. If he gets some Zergling kills, nope. Speed finishes for Life, and the chase is reversed, but he's going to run into those Banelings. Lots of Zerglings out here for Lucky. He is definitely going all in on this, making tons of Zerglings and a few Banelings as well. He's just going to go for the kill here.
The two queens are now blocking the ramp. As predicted, we're waiting still for the first Banelings to arrive. We have a couple of spine crawlers that have been built. One of them is now trying to get into a position at the low ground. Here come the Banelings, and of course the Zerglings as well. Nice positioning. Oh, Life needs to be very, very, very careful. No energy left on the queen. The first one is going to die. Most of the Zerglings are already gone.
And he uses the spine crawler to block the ramp with the queen. Genius move by Life, but it's not enough. Lucky gets into the main and starts building Banelings in the main. He's got too many Zerglings. He's going to have to fight with drones. Baneling goes off, kills more Zerglings, and this game is in the bag. A really cool move there by Life. Very valiant defense, but I believe he should be able to finish this off.
He has to lead when it comes down to his Zerglings. At the same time, we still have Banelings, as he is killing a ton right now. We have him on 13 to 14 harvesters, and still a nice lead in regards to his
maybe he's
lings.
going to stabilize, actually. He did kill off most of those lings pretty efficiently with his drones.
He doesn't have a queen right now. He doesn't have any inject. He has to rely on his 2 hatchers that he has, and is trying to deny the Banelings, but that's not going to happen. So, well, it's going to be a tough one for Life.
He's trying to kill them with single links. He's been doing a very good job of trying to do that, but Lucky is not going to have it this time.
He can't deny access to the main base. So as soon as Lucky gets a decent force at the low ground, he will get into the main base. And yeah, from that time on, Baneling explodes, even killed by the Spine Crawler. First Queen is ready, being surrounded, killed immediately again. And the Banelings are just dancing around the tiny little bit, waiting for their chance.
Oh!
Denies mining for now, building more and more Zerglings. And yeah, what exactly can he do? The Banelings still not connecting with the drones though.
Nope. And he's actually managing to minimize the losses from those Banelings pretty well. But he's had to transfer all his drones down to his natural expansion.
But it doesn't matter. This game is over. 13 to 13 harvesters. A huge lead in Zerglings and of course also the Banelings as well. He doesn't have any tech whatsoever. You don't have a second Spine Crawler. He has no queen. He's not even building a queen. Life is just so far behind now.
Yeah, and even though they have even harvesters, it's the fact that he doesn't have the production advantage. He doesn't have a Baneling nest of his own. If he'd managed to get a Baneling nest of his own, then life would be in okay shape. Here come the Banelings rolling in. They actually blow up on the Spine Crawler, and they are going to finish off that Spine Crawler with the Zerglings, and the Zerglings are just going to overrun those drones, and 3, 2, 1.
GG.
GG.
Troy, I would say, easy peasy. Not my words.
Wow, and FXO Lucky, you know, we kind of laughed a little bit when they said he was going to get an all kill, but he's actually 3 wins up and he's just taking out their best player. He's like, come on, what do you got? You got anything? You got a challenge for me?
Pulling an Aniwa.
Asking the ZeNEX bench if they have anyone that could possibly pose a challenge to him.
He's like, what guys, is that really all you got? Give me a challenge.
Wow, and there's Lenok. He's sitting here going, wow, I guess I got an easy day today. I don't even have to play, it seems.
Not a lot of happy faces at the ZeNEX bench.
No, not at all. They are definitely feeling discouraged right now.
Yeah, they do. Life is still their best player. And that's exactly the reason why you should not... going for a ZVZ, of course it can work, but it's just such a fragile matchup, and you can't not be sure that your opponent, that your player has an advantage, and that is what usually matters if in this style that we play, in this like King of the Hill style. So elimination system that we have, you usually try to go for a map where your player has an advantage, and that didn't happen.
So the options right now are to send in another one of their Protoss players, which again, very, very bad move against Lucky, who's so good versus Protoss. So they also have, maybe they have June. You know, June is really good at all-ins.
The next
he could cheese Lucky out of this and try and bring it to a different kind of matchup so that their Protoss players can do better. That's a possibility.
The next map is going to be Metropolis, so I actually think that we might see Jeju now. Of course, it could also be a Protoss player. You can take a very, very easy second base on Metropolis. It's pretty easy to wall off, so it could also be a Protoss, but I think we will see Jeju.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they've already exhausted their snipers. You know, they've already had people that they said, okay, well, if it's a Zerg and we need to beat him, we're going to send this guy in on this map. They've already done that. You know, that's been exhausted. So now at this point, they're probably starting to get a little bit desperate. And we're going to find out soon who
in the
ZeNEX is going to send out to the slaughter next.
In the lineup, we have Lion, Jeju, and Kurix, Extreme, and Avenge. That's the players that basically remain, that I think they are going to use, or that they might use, but for now, I'm just waiting if we are going to see a Terran or a Protoss player. I guess it's going to be Jeju.
I feel like it's going to be Jeju, maybe Line. They might go for another ZVZ, but,
no way.
But I don't know.
I don't.
Probably going to be June. We're going to find out right now, though. Let's go to the ZeNEX bench and find out which player they're sending out. And it is Avenge, actually. They are sending another Protoss into the slaughter.
I just pulled the record for Jeju, and looking at his stats, it makes sense not sending him out against
well, yeah, I mean, he's really bad at everything,
CBT, apparently.
But I didn't see any other opportunities for them, because
but
as sending a Protoss in.
As I said, on this map you can take a very easy second base as a Protoss player, so I mean, let's see if Avenge is up to the task.
Lucky's like He's like 11 and 2 against Protoss or something like that. He's so good versus Protoss.
Give me a second. He's 15 and 6. 15 to 6.
All right. Well, I was looking at the Korean stats. Either way, he's got over a 70% win rate versus Protoss. We did see Avenge win a game last week. That was the very cheesy game where we saw the Proxy 2-gate. He got one Stalker out and beat the entire game with that one Stalker. We're going to find out if he can pull off another miracle like that this time in about 5 minutes. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. The GSL Team League will be back in just a few.